All right, so this is definitely a calculator required problem because you can look at the answers. So we're given an f and a g, and we're asked on what intervals is the rate of change of f, right? So rate of change of f is the same as f prime of x greater than the rate of change of g. So we're being asked, when is f prime of x greater than g prime of x? The easiest way to do this is to subtract the g prime of x over and find when this thing, which we're going to call our y1, is above the x-axis. That's by far the easiest way to do this, because then you don't have to worry about which curve is which and which one's on top of which other curve. This is much easier. So the part that I have to do is I need to find f prime and g prime. Well, f prime, since f is e to the x, f prime is e to the x. And since g of x is an x to the fourth, g prime is a 4x cubed. So what I'm going to put in my calculator is e to the x minus a 4x cubed. That's going to be my y1. And I'm going to look for when this thing is above the axis. So let's go ahead and put in e to the x minus a 4x to the third, right? And I'm going to zoom 6 because usually that's a good window. All right, so now if I take a quick screenshot just to show you so I can draw on this, we can see that I should have 2 solutions intervals, and I can actually knock out 3 of the answers right now. My solutions intervals should be here, right? And since this clearly goes on forever, that's a negative infinity, like as an x value, right? And here, which also clearly goes to an infinity. Actually, so right now I can tell you, oh, my bad, I can actually tell you right now that the answer has to be b without even bothering to find these values. Now I could second calc 0 twice and find these values, right? I could do it here and I could do it again here, and I could find these values. But here's my argument. I know it's 2 intervals, so I can cross off a and e. I know that it should start at a negative infinity, so I can cross off answer D. And I know that this goes up forever, so I can cross off answer C. So it has to be the one that starts at negative infinity and ends at regular infinity, and so there's my answer, and it should be B. Again, you could certainly find those values. You could also zoom out, but if you notice, none of the values that I was given here are bigger than a 10. So my window goes as far as 10 and negative 10, and none of these values are bigger than that, so I don't have to worry about missing any of them. And that's my answer, B.